Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about how to make C60, which is formerly called Buckmeister fullerene, after an architect named Buckmeister that used to design buildings that kind of look like half a fullerene. They're also called buckyballs, and the most common one is C60. Right? So this is 60 carbon atoms, and it's shaped just like a soccer ball. So if you look at a soccer ball, you would see 12 5-membered rings holding it together, and that's the same thing here. Okay, so there's a little bit of a strategy here. You don't just kind of start stringing together 60 things and get a ball. So I'm going to take you through it. As we go through this, if you have any problems, I would just stop it, go back in and do them again. I'm going to go at a normal pace, but you'll probably have to stop this a few times. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is come up here to File and Close. Remember, anytime you have an old molecule up there, you want to get rid of it. If you want to save it under whatever you want to call it. Okay, and now I'm going to do File, New Build. Okay, because you want to see this palette over here. The first one I'm going to select is the carbon with 2 single bonds and 2 double bonds. Okay, 2 single bonds, 2 double bonds. Put it right in the middle. Double click, remember. Make it a little bit bigger. And so what I'm going to do is make a string of carbon atoms 5 members long, but how you do this is important. You can't just get 5 in a row and make it work. Okay, so I'm going to go right on that double bond on double bond, then single bond, then double bond. All right, so far you see there's no double bonds exposed, and then single bond. So when you're done, you should have 5 carbon atoms in a row. 2 double bonds are in the chain, and 1 is protruding. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to the lower left-hand corner, right, and get the thing that looks like a blue and red dumbbell, and click on single bond and single bond. Okay, so that obviously does not look like a 5-membered ring. So I'm going to come down here again to the lower right-hand corner, to that letter E with the red ball going down the hill, energy minimize. I'm going to click on that, and what I get is a nice 5-membered ring. Okay, so how I want to position this, I'm holding my left button on the thing, right, and I want to get that double bond up at the top, kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then when I move it sideways, I'm holding down the right button. Okay, and remember that roller in the middle does this. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to copy this, and I'm going to copy it 5 times, but I'm going to do one at a time. Okay, so you put both buttons on your mouse down and make a box around it like this. Okay, be sure the whole structure is inside the box, otherwise you'll have a mess and you have to start over. Right, and it should turn fuzzy like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Control V. Right, Control V. Whoop, and that brought up an old one. Let me undo this. Undo, okay. And so let's come back here. I'll do this. And I'm going to come up here to Edit, Copy, and I'm going to do Edit, Paste. Okay, so you see we have a second one right here. All right, so I'm going to hold down my Control button. I'm holding it down, and I'm holding down my right button on the clicker. Okay, so I can move that, and then I can use the left button to flip it around. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to get that double bond and that double bond there. So when I want to, so now I can hold down the right button by itself and I can move both. But when I want to use one of them, I use the Control right button, right? So I'm holding my Control button down. And if I have my Control left button down, it just swirls it like that, okay? So pay attention to the buttons, right? If you have to stop and go back and try it again. I'm going to make a bond between this double bond and this double bond, right? It has to be double bond to double bond. I'm coming down here and getting that dumbbell, and if you leave your icon there for a second, it says make bond, double bond, okay, and then hit minimize. And what minimize does, remember, is it just gets them in the right position. Okay, so I'm going to scroll in a little bit because I'm going to do another edit, paste thing, because we already have that structure saved. Edit, paste. Now remember, anywhere you click in there, it's going to make it go away. And so I'm going to do Control right click, and I'm going to move this up. This is my central one right here. And so I'm going to move this up here. So what I want to do is I want to put a single bond next to this structure that is directly next to a double bond. Okay, single bond that's directly next to a double bond. If that double bond is over here, you have to move it to this one right here does it. And I'm going to make a bond there. All right, so single bond to single bond. All right, 1, 2. Okay, and remember that double bond is sitting there. We're going to come back to that. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to get, it can be on this side or this side, but the single bond has to be next to that double bond. Okay, I'm going to come up here to another edit, paste. So I'm going to do this, control right click, and I'm going to move it. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect again because we're going to do the energy minimize when we're done. And what I want to do is, again, a single bond that's next to a double bond. It could be on either side, single bond next, and I'm doing the next one on my central ring. All right, so I'm going to do a make bond. All right, I'm going kabink. All right, and then just give it a second. Don't start. If you start clicking 10 times, you got to do something wacky. Okay. Now, so here I have this and this. You'll notice that there's a double bond here and a double bond here. It doesn't matter that it's on the other side because as soon as I minimize it, it's going to pull it over. Right. So what I'm going to do is make sure your make bond button is clicked. I'm going to click on that double bond. Give it a second. Don't rush it. Click on this double bond. Right, and now I'm going to hit minimize. Okay, so keep track. This is your central one right here. Okay, so I have 2 more to do. It's going to come up here to edit, paste. Right, and do control right click and move that one out of there. Right, and remember, as soon as I click in this area, all those hydrogens are going to go away. And same thing, I want that double bond to be next to the single bond that I connect right here, like that. All right. So single bond to single bond, but that single bond is right next to that double bond. That's critical. Otherwise, you cannot make your structure. Okay, so that's there, right? And then I'm going to put one more right here. I'm going to do another edit paste. All right, and I'm going to do the control right click to move it away. And again, I want a single bond that's next to the double bond. So it could be here or here. It doesn't matter because I can minimize it, but I'm going to do this one right here. I'm going to do make bond. Alright, so give it a second. Don't start clicking it a whole bunch of times. Alright, and so I have that. Okay, so now this, remember, this is our central 5-membered ring. And I'm going to put 4 around it. 5 around it. Now you see you have this double bond to that double bond. So let's make a bond there. Double bond to double bond. Kabink, kabink. Okay, so when I hit minimize, it's going to pull that together. All right, and now you can see, you're starting to see the structure. So you see this 5-membered rings that you added, but as you started to build this, you can see you're making 6-membered rings in there also. Okay, so there's a 6-membered ring and there's a 6-membered ring. Okay, so I had to make 3 things here. So I'm going to do make bond again, and I'm going from this to this. And notice what I'm doing. I'm making a 6-membered ring. Right, I'm going to go all the way around this like just around like a clock, and I'm going to make 6-membered rings. So I'm going here to here, and just wait for that bond to form. Don't just start clicking. And come down here, this to this, and then that's it. That's our 3 6-membered rings. I'm going to hit minimize to bring it together. Okay, so don't worry about the hydrogens. They come and go. So you can see this. This is half of a C60. It's a C30, and it's called a buckyball. B-O-W-L. Bowl. All right, just like a cereal bowl. All right, and you zoom in a little bit, and you can see like that half a sphere type thing. So I'm just going to turn this like this. All right, and so what you can see here is you have this 5-membered ring. You have 2 right here and 4 right here. Okay, that's going to be important. We're going to take 2 of these and zip them up. But we have to make 6-membered rings. We can't make 8-membered rings and 4-membered rings, which is pretty easy to do if you make a mistake. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to come right here and do both my buttons around it. Make sure the whole thing turns fuzzy. Do edit copy, and then edit paste. Okay, so this is my one right now. I'm going to do control right click. All right, I'm going to move it, and now I'm going to use I'm now going to try to flip it. Let me move it a little bit more. Put it up there. I could always go here. So here's the basic thing that you want to do now is you want to start zipping this up. But every time you do it, you can't start crisscrossing bonds or it's going to be a mess. And then it's just easier to start over most of the time. So I'm going to go down here to make bond. And so you see this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see these 2. So 2 plus 4 gives you a 6-membered ring. So I'm going to connect the 2 sides of it. So 1, give it a second. Remember, don't just start clicking a whole bunch of times. It remembers that and it just pops up to haunt you later. 2, so there's 1. Don't minimize that. Here's 1. And here's the other. So the idea is we're going to zip these 2 together. And you notice that here we go. Here's another 6-membered ring right here. And so just because it's sitting there, I'm going to, before I minimize it, I'm going to pull this one into this. Right, and just wait. Don't start clicking them a whole bunch. All right, so there's another 6-membered ring. And you can see right here is my other side. I'm going to click that. And that. Okay. And so you can notice that up here I have 4 and I have 2, right? 4 and 2, so I can still see it. Some of these other ones on the bottom and on the top are hidden. Those yellow lines, you can't see them, but I can see this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and I can see the 4 and the 2, right? 4 and 2, so I can see where it's going to make a 6-membered ring. And over here I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can see 1, 2, so I can see how that's going to make a 6-membered ring. Okay, now I'm going to hit minimize. Okay, so we're not quite there yet, but you can start to see the formation of a ball. And so I'm holding down the left button just a little bit to click it, make it a little bit bigger. So this is where you have to stare at your structure, make sure you know what you're looking at. Okay, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? But you want to be sure when you see that you're actually seeing a 6-membered ring. So turn it just a little bit, right? And so my next 2 to zip are this one right here and this one right here. Right, now you may not have the exact same position as me, but what you have to do is look and make sure you get the positions right. Okay, so I'm going to click those and I'm going to minimize it to pull it even a little bit closer together. Now I'm going to turn it a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. I'm going to come here, I'm going to make this. And I'm going to make this. Okay. Hit minimize. Pull it even a little bit closer. Right, you see the soccer ball starting to front. Now I have this. Yet again, you have to look at it. If I crisscross these and do it wrong, the whole structure is going to be messed up, and it's going to be really hard to figure out what you did wrong, and you might have to start over. So make a good decision from the beginning. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to click on this one because I can see this is before this. I'm going to click on this one because this one's before this, like that. Okay, same thing on this one. I'm going to come down and make that bond. Okay, and I'm going to hit minimize. Okay, so there's our buckyball. All right, I'm going to hit minimize again just to be sure it gets nice and exactly how it's supposed to be. So let me do what a good self-check is. Come up here to display properties, and you should have 60 carbon atoms and no hydrogens. All right, so when I look at it, I look at my thing over, let me slide it over, C60, right? You can see it's C60. All right, so that weighs 720 grams per mole. Okay, so C60. So that way I know I did it right. This should be a perfectly non-polar molecule, right? It should have no dipole moment. Alrighty. So I'm now going to hit closed on this. All right, and you can do what you want with this. But there's 12 5-membered rings in there. 12 times 5 is 60. but there's also a bunch of 6-membered rings. Okay, so you can see like right here, 6-membered rings. Okay, inside this, when they trap something inside it, they call it endo. So for example, they'll trap a toxic substance like gadolinium inside. It's a lanthanide, and they'll do that for MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, because the gadolinium will provide unpaired electrons. It's paramagnetic, but you want it trapped in something because it is also toxic. So this can be a carrier to move toxic atoms or radioactive atoms through your body. But you'll have some questions to answer about this and its application. So that's C60, okay? And so that's the end of this particular video. And again, you might have to stop and start and stop. The next one we're going to do is graphene, which is just flat. It's one sheet of graphite. So this is an allotrope of carbon, right? There's 3 allotropes, ALLOTROPE. Diamond is one. All right, C60 is one, and graphite is one. I'm sorry, diamond, graphite, and C60. But graphite is sheets of graphene. So we're going to make a single graphene next. All right, so thank you very much.